Say what you got to say the first time, not the next time. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Corey J, and welcome to another episode of To Be Frank, the podcast. I'm super excited for today's special guest. This young man, he and I have been acquainted for quite some time. He's more than a friend. He's definitely a brother. He is one remarkable young man. And I say young again because I got to keep saying young over and over again because I like picking on him like that. He's the owner of Marvin Auto Detail. He is truly one buff and stuff. This brother is tone. Like, I just want my stomach y'all to be together, but I mean that's gonna happen eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you today's special guest, Marvin Hackworth. What's up, Marvin?
Not a whole lot. Just work, man. Just keep him busy. That's my quote for the year is I'm thriving and navigating through life.
Come on now.
That's my quote for the year.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thriving. I like that. So, Marvin, first things first, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience for those that are just meeting you for the first time. Just a background, like what you do, where you're from, what you enjoy, just something nice and quick.
Real quick. Native of Bro Bridge.
Hey, Bro Ridge.
Finished school at Cecilia High, and I currently reside in Cameron. I'm a father. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a servant. I'm a community activist. I'm a people person, and I'm a believer.
All right, now. That's what I'm talking about. I like all of that. Bro Bridge, a believer. He holding it down. He got his own motto for the year already. Like, you ready, Marvin?
Yeah.
So every episode, y'all, I have a topic that I create and it's always spontaneous. And so this one is called I Have the Strength. That is the name of this episode. I Have the Strength. I define Marvin as one of the strongest men that I know, and in many different aspects, from mental to physical to spiritual to emotional. I feel that Marvin is truly one well-grounded man that displays the definition of strength. So we're gonna start the questions off. I know that was deep, huh? You felt that, huh?
Yeah.
You like,
did.
brother.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. It's really the truth. First things first, Marvin. First question that I have for you today is, what makes Marvin Marvin?
It starts off really, really simple.
Okay.
I'm Marvin Hackworth.
Yeah.
I'm comprised by a few good men. My first name comes from my grandfather on my father's side,
Okay.
and my middle name comes from my grandfather on my mother's side.
Okay.
So I'm comprised from a few good men. But the thing that I read, I remember a book when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and it said, God made me special.
Okay.
So that's what makes Marvin Marvin.
Okay.
That phrase right there, God made me special.
I like that. Now, Marvin, you wear a lot of hats. A lot of hats. And one of the things that you have, one of your businesses is Marvinized Auto Detail. Man, he's the man, y'all. Y'all want y'all vehicles looking right. He is the man. But aside from you having your business, you also are one of the top fitness trainers. Like, you always teaching folks how to get in shape. Of the two, which one you enjoy most?
I enjoy my car detailing.
Okay.
The fitness thing is a hobby.
Uh-huh.
And some years ago, I had to actually, like reevaluate. I was in a business class, and a lady told me something. But besides all the personal development things that I do, I've learned that my car detailing is a gift.
Okay.
So I've learned that is a gift that I have, and that's a gift that comes from God. So it's not even like work to me. I'm doing work, but it's not work.
Gotcha.
And the fitness is just a passion to help people.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a servant.
Okay.
So, but the one above all is the detail.
Come on, man. He a man about details, and he gets the job done, and he get the job done well. Why? Because he got all that strength on him, y'all. He got all that strength. So, Marvin, tell us, who was one of your motivations growing up?
Really, to be honest with you, it's my mother.
Okay.
My mother is
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's really good. That's very encouraging, and that brings me to a twofold question. Which the first question that I have is: there's the folks that's watching right now that their fathers have left out of their lives, and they didn't get any closure, no explanation or whatnot. What advice do you have for those individuals that's watching right now, seeing you in this light, so strong, so well, so determined to be of excellence? What advice do you have for those that are moving forward?
Well, one of the best advice is you you're not responsible for anything anybody else do. You're only responsible for what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna just kind of use this as an analogy. I was speaking to some kids. I was coaching basketball. My basketball season just ended,
Okay.
and one of the kids I asked, he's the only male around, and especially around that age. And I said, "What makes you a man?" And he told me some of those things. But I've learned in my life, manhood definition change.
Mm-hmm.
So those things, I know that I do the best that I can with what I can, with the resources I have and the abilities that I have. So I keep motivating myself because other people also says, you know, it's not the people that's in my face every day that encourage me,
Mm-hmm.
but it's others. And I'm like, you know what? I owe it to myself, I owe it to my kids, and God put a responsibility on it.
That's true.
So he says, do it no matter what. And so that just keep motivating me all day long because I'm supposed to leave a legacy for my kids.
Right.
But even if I give them the blueprint, it's still a legacy.
Yeah. That's deep. Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm talking about? This brother is strong. This brother, I'm gonna say strong over and over again because this brother is really, really strong. Like he really is, and I value that. And when it comes down to the second part of my twofold questions, mother and son relationships are very valuable. Like I'm very close with my mom as well. What do you admire most about the bond that you and your mom share?
My mom always encourages.
Okay.
My mom never frowned on anything that we done. Even till this day, my mom always still says, "I'm proud of you."
That's good.
Yeah. So even I'm proud of you. So my mom has always been my cheerleader,
Yeah.
support system, and man, it's just that love for my mom is just everything.
That's amazing. Shout out to mom. Hey mom. What's going on? We gotta say hello to moms. Shout out to those mamas. Mamas, them good mamas.
Yes.
So Marvin, my next question that I have for you is I noticed that you are very involved in the community. Where did your first passion come from for you to be involved in the community as much as you are?
Well, it goes back to childhood.
Okay.
So I never really had a father.
Mm-hmm.
My first involvement, besides being an altar boy, that was much of anything. It was fun though. Yes, I was an altar
Marvin
boy.
the Baltimore? Get out of here.
Yeah.
What?
So
Wow. Okay.
but it came when I became a member of the Knights.
Okay.
That was my first introduction into people, organization, and getting out of the area besides going to a family member house.
Okay.
So being in the Knights of Peter Claver started. And the purpose of the Knights of Peter Claver is to serve.
Yeah.
So I actually been in it since I was 12. I'm in the 40 plus club.
Come on now.
So, and I have never departed from it.
Yeah.
Then what encouraged me even more is being around people, meeting new people, seeing different things.
Right.
So for a while, most of my my discovery around the world was always social involvement.
Gotcha.
And so it's just always been a motivation to me. Now, I heard this quote: "You leave the world better than you found it."
Okay, come on, man.
So, and then I realized part of my purpose.
That's good.
Is that I serve.
Yeah.
So, watch myself as David in the Bible.
Come on, man.
So even though I am a king.
Wow. See, deep, y'all. Deep. This brother's deep. Yeah. Gotcha. What social issue has your attention right now? What is one social issue right now that you really wish that you can fix? If you had the power to just fix it all on your own, what would you choose?
I do have a social issue.
Oh, here we go.
And it's really the fact of fathers having rights to their children.
That's good.
The system is designed for our kids. And the first thing that happens is the father, even if the mother and father is not together, we have a system that eliminates the father. Okay. And this goes way back into slavery. So, and it just modernized like everything else upgrades.
Right.
So a social issue is actually fathers being pushed out of the home. Even if it's two-parent home, if the mother and father is not truly co-parenting, we have a system that makes sure that it supports no co-parenting aspect.
Gotcha.
So that is a social issue because then when they start looking at the statistics of kids getting in trouble and they talking about it coming from a fatherless home, but then you also have a fatherless system.
Right.
So that is something that I'll check.
So with that being said, who do you look as a father figure? Is there anybody that you look as a father figure? Yeah. Either past, present, like anyone in particular?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
His main person is one is George.
Okay.
So he the one that got me started in nice.
Okay.
He started junior division back in 19.
You don't have to say it. I know you try to. He don't want y'all to guess his age, y'all. You know, and I'm right here trying to calculate it. I'm just kidding. I'm just thinking. Okay.
Since then.
So being involved the way you are involved in the community, what is something that you value the most about being so involved? Because there's a lot of men, you know, that are watching that want to be involved in the community, but they don't want to appear to all the stereotypes, you know, and there's a lot of men out there. We need y'all. We need y'all to be mentors. We need y'all to be advocates. We need y'all to be volunteers. We need y'all to be father figures. Like, we need y'all to be involved, like, period. Like, come out and be examples. You're not stereotypes, you're being examples. What is one thing that Marvin values about being involved in the community?
I'm going to take the quote that we say in one of the organizations I belong to, the 100 Black Men.
Okay.
What they see is what they be.
Okay.
So that is that's our motto. So we make sure that even as in the 100 Black Men, that motto actually. So we stand there and represent ourselves, do the best that we can. It's not about, I really hate the word perfect, but we're doing the best that we can and being a role model. Then that's the thing that I keep on.
That's good.
Right.
That's really, really good. Which of all the organizations that you're in right now, what is one organization right now that you feel is doing a major change in this region?
Well, it would be the 100 Black Men.
Okay.
Yeah, we stand strong with principles. We do have 4 pillars of the organization, which is the main one is mentorship.
Gotcha.
but we're doing a lot. A lot of times people don't really see it because we're not really trying to be the forefront of everything, but we don't mind being the backs behind it. So the 100 Black Men is doing a lot in this Acadiana area, and we're being requested to do more, but there's only so much we can do.
Gotcha. So what are 3 values of Marvin? What are your top 3 values?
My 3 values.
I know you have a lot of them, but just 3.
It's just
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because
Okay. That's really good. Yeah, you see, this man, he just got it. He got that it factor, y'all. I just got to give it to Marvin. He really have that it factor. Marvin, tell us about your spiritual journey. That is one of the things that I admire heavily about you, is that you're not afraid to be front and straightforward with your relationship with God, from praying to connecting people to get a relationship with Him. Tell us about your relationship with Christ.
So I guess it's a 2-part fold, I would say.
Okay.
I was born and raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And when I became a Mason in 2000,
Okay.
I used to hear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did some investigation. I took it's just what people saying and what I'm going through getting into Masonry is totally opposite.
Gotcha.
And so it put me on a spiritual journey, learning more. And that's what I did. So that was one aspect. As I learned more, I also played back my life to see where God has really been there for me.
Gotcha.
And I was like, man, if you really look at it, God has never let me down.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about from the aspects of financial hardship. I'm talking about emotional.
Okay.
Because I look at some of the things that I've been through, and if God wasn't with me, I'd probably be one of the ones walking around depressed now in my life. Because there's many nights I cry.
Yeah.
Many nights I cry. So when I took the religious journey and started looking at other things, I just had to build myself up, and then, like, there's no other way that I could have survived just in the human aspect without God. And then when you start letting some things go on yourself, and then you just let God,
yeah,
and you just see other things start happening. And I always tell people life is a journey for me right now, and I'm still taking it. Now, I know a lot, and sometimes I'm not ready to just let all of that go.
Right.
And God knows, because one thing I've learned in this religious journey, God give you the power of choice.
Gotcha.
So he can force you to choose him, but he's gonna wait for you to choose him. So, but man, it's just been too blessed.
Yeah.
Where I came from, what I've been through, and I just seen too many miracles in my life that just happened. So it's no other reason for me but to believe in God and what He's able to do.
That's amazing. That's very nurturing to hear, because it lets us know that you know who's your source, and that's God, and you see Him as your Father, and that's very important. Knowing who your Father is supernaturally, and which brings me to my next question. We know your Father in the natural. How does it feel being a father? Do you see yourself more as a father, or do you see yourself more as a dad, or you just see yourself as both?
So the roles play at different seasons of my kids' life.
Gotcha.
So at times I'm a father, at times I'm a dad, at times I'm just a mentor, sometimes I'm just an advisor.
Gotcha.
So it just depends also what it's about and also what stage as it is for my kids' life. So like lately, like me and my 17-year-old daughter, we've been having conversations. I'm her father, but I'm more her advisor.
Gotcha.
Now, why? Because they're still going to make the choices of their own.
Yeah.
And at their stage of life, you really just can advise them. And if they take it, they take it. But they're responsible for their life at that age. They know right from wrong very well. They're very clear on some things. So my hat's changed.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm a father, sometimes I'm a dad, sometimes I'm an advisor, sometimes I'm just a mentor. Like I just finished coaching basketball. When it comes to basketball, I was my son's mentor. I wasn't just his coach because I just don't coach the kids.
Right.
I mentored him because there's principles in basketball that's also falls into life.
Gotcha.
So I was also being a mentor, not just a coach. So when it comes to me and my kids, it just depends what's going on. It just depends what's going on and at what season, and is it something that I have to play a part in? Because I also have to know my role is something that goes on in their mother home. That's not my. It's not for me to act as a father.
Gotcha.
At this point, I'm normally an advisor, unless I have to overstep and be active in that matter in their home. But I've just learned to keep peace in every situation. Is I just learned my roles that I have to change, and I don't have to be the man in every situation.
That's good. That's really good. This brother, I'm just basking in what he's saying. I'm not forgetting my questions, y'all. I'm not. And let me tell you something about To Be Frank. None of this is scripted. None of this.
Yeah,
like this is when it comes down to Be frankly speaking, it had to be said. We really follow that. We want to know your straightforward answer. Say what you got to say the first time, not the next time. And the reason for that is because we know that if you wait till another time to say something, it may be the wrong timing. So we want to make sure that timing is divine timing. Right. So next thing that I want to go to in our discussion today is friendships. Marvin, y'all, is a really loyal friend. Like he really is. Now you getting this serious side of him, but Marvin cuts up. Marvin is a clown. He will make you laugh. This brother could swing out. This brother could zydeco. I mean, this brother does a lot of stuff. Tell us, Marvin, what do you do in your spare time when you just have time for Marvin? Like, do you have any me time? Like, when does that occur?
My me time is really my gym time.
Okay.
Yeah, my me time is really my gym time. And if I go out of town,
yeah,
just look at the phone.
Okay. That's your time to take a break, huh? So, gotcha. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. You gotta take care, with all those hats that you wear. You gotta take some time for you. Now we know. Now I know you go to the gym every day. I do know that for sure. But I'm just saying, this brother have 8 gym selfies a day, y'all. 8. No, I'm just exaggerating. But this is a ghetto philosopher. So I create philosophies for me to be able to move through life. Okay. Why I need so much of the time? Some people do, but I do take time for myself. Okay.
And the thing is, most people live their lives in cycles.
Mm-hmm.
They don't carry what.
Gotcha.
So things that I need to let go, I let go. The things that I need to keep, I keep.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm recycling. I'm always realizing what I need to recycle in and out. And that keeps me from being stressed out
Mm-hmm.
or anything to that effect. I don't feel good. So that's one of the things I learned how to treat my life as a recycling center. When it's trash, it gotta go.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You like filtering it out. You ain't got time for that toxicity whatsoever. I know that's right. I know that's right.
And even sometimes with your recycling,
Okay.
so you have to be aware what you kept in one season because you recycle it, you need it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier about is Marvin's fitness habits. Marvin is always, hitting the gym and whatnot. And I've always had a mystery question about Marvin going to the gym, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask it right now. What is your key motivation for you to go to the gym every single day? Is there any story behind you going to the gym, or that's just a passion of yours? Because look, you in your 40s just like I'm in my 40s, and I mean, I don't hit the gym. I hit the slim gyms, but I don't hit the. I need to. I mean, you and look, I'm gonna just frankly speak, y'all. Marvin has tried to be in my trainer multiple times. I've even asked him multiple times.
No
Though
commitment.
y'all gotta pray for a brother. Like y'all gotta lay prostrate and just pray for a brother, because I'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm about this life. This brother do this way early in the morning, and sometimes late at night, sometimes middle of the day. But where does your motivation come from? Is there a story behind this, or nah?
Yes.
Okay.
So, about I'm gonna just say about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little bit longer. Oh yeah, it's probably longer.
Okay.
When I used to work law enforcement, I used to work senior analyst.
Okay.
To see the older people get out there and still be looking good, feeling good out there, that was some motivation.
Gotcha.
And then you start looking at, and in my eyes, I see things. I see things. But when you see a woman that's like 65, but she look like she's 55, that's motivation.
Yeah.
When you see a man who's, I have a good friend of mine. He's 64 years old. And when I tell you this man don't look over 55,
come on,
it just don't make
he
any
got
sense.
it going on.
Right. So that's a motivational from the visual standpoint. But then when I look at the longevity in my family, my great grandmother lived to be 105.
It's a blessing.
My grandmother now is 90. Still doing for herself. She still drives. She still, still do things. My father's 73 at this moment.
Okay.
But at 70 years old, my father got diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh wow.
But to see, because of his health, he beat, once he did all his treatment, he beat cancer.
Gotcha.
So, your health plays a part.
Yeah.
So just seeing certain things, just out of the community, but then also when I reflect on my family, I had, especially on my dad's side of the family, they lived to be some good age.
Wow.
I had a great grandmother that died at 99. I was fortunate to see.
Okay.
This was 7 years ago that she
Okay.
passed away. So, so see them. Yeah, so it's just the motivation. You just want to be
Gotcha.
so it's not
Living like the right way. You said key words, the quality of life, because I feel a lot of people just living life just to live life. You know what I'm saying? Where's the quality that's in your life? And that's a really good point. So, Marvin, before we wrap up today's interview, we have only 2 more questions for you. And the next question that we have for you is your kids. What do you love the most about your children?
Each one of my kids are so different. Oh my God. They all say different qualities,
Yeah.
different likings. Each one of them is something different.
Gotcha.
Seven kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Never leave.
Okay. Hmm.
Two of my kids.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope.
They get the same attention.
That's good. That's really good. So, our last question that we have for you, Marvin, is it relates to manhood. So, as you mentioned earlier, you evolved heavily with your spiritual relationship with the Lord. You're involved in multiple organizations. You're an active father in your kid's life. What advice do you have for men that's watching right now to stay strong as a man? Because a lot of times we as men tend to have our moments, weak moments, vulnerable moments. Though, what is a message of encouragement that you would like to leave with the men that are watching this podcast?
This is ironic. I was talking to, like I said, the guy I called my oldest son today, and I tell him, I said, and this is the thing. Once you do personal development, you find out who you are in this world, your position in this world, your purpose in this world. Then, and then at that point, even when you go through something, no one can take that away from you.
Okay.
So finding out who you are is key
Yeah.
in the different aspects, spiritually, your purpose on this world, and your position. And once you find that out, I don't care what anybody says about you.
Yeah.
They can't take that away
That's
from
true. That's so true.
even when you go through your seasons or whatever, you're gonna bounce back because you know who you are and what you can.
That's good. That's really good. That's more than good. That's excellent. I love that advice. So, Marvin, what's next for you? Now, if it's something that you got to keep under wraps, keep it under wraps. You don't have to say it, but give us something like what's next for Marvin?
What's next for me is continue, just honestly, to grow.
Okay.
One of my biggest sins is procrastination.
Okay.
So it's for me to continue to start pushing myself harder
into
the ideas instead of just kind of coasting along. So what's next for me is really just pushing myself forward so I can also make another impact into my life and those who's attached.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So, Marvin, for those that are watching that want to follow you, keep up with you or whatnot, how can they keep in touch with you? Or even if they want to do business, because I want y'all to support Marvin. I want y'all to be sure if you're in the Lafayette area and outside, it don't matter, because my brother travels. Support Marvinized Auto Detail. So, Marvin, tell people how they can follow you, keep up with you, whatnot.
Well, I'm Marvin Hackworth on Facebook, HACKWORTH, because people spell it crazy. So it says Hackworth but I'm Coach Hack on the Instagram as well as Threads. But otherwise, I do have Marvinized Auto Detail on Facebook. I don't post much on there because I do like to show my quality of my work. But the best thing for me has always been everybody else dragging on me.
Gotcha.
I am personally passed around and I get calls and so but you can find me really on Facebook as Marvin Hackworth, Coach Hack, on Instagram. I'm a very simple kind of guy, so. But I appreciate the opportunity, this platform.
All good.
And you push me in a way, like always. You always push me in a way. So I really honestly appreciate that as well.
It's all good.
Because
yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's all love and light. I'm glad to keep pushing you up. We've been beside each other for quite some time. I don't believe in putting somebody way before you or behind you. Let's walk in this together. We say we support each other, so let's walk this through together. So on behalf of the To Be Frank fam, we really want to thank you again, Marvin, for showing up and showing out with us today. Say what you got to say the first time, not the next time. It's your boy, Corey J. To Be Frank, the podcast. We're out. Peace.